Hiori's boss battle against Charles has already begun to go his way, as this chapter is just packed with action and devious moments from both sides. I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. My name is Animasu, and today we're going to be taking a look at the leaks for Blue Lock chapter 256, titled Back of the Back of the Back. If you enjoy Blue Lock content and would like to stay up to date, or just enjoy my content and want to support your boy, please be sure and check that you're subscribed to the channel, commenting below your thoughts, and also feel free to join my Patreon, which has just recently launched. Anyways, grab your popcorn and chill out, because we're now going to jump right into today's leaks. We start off as always with intro text, which reads, "An intense battle royale. Win the unavoidable one-on-one and seize control of this field." It seems as though Karasu was the player to pick up the loose ball from Kunigami's clearance last chapter, with him immediately shown to be in a duel against Kiora. The two were clashing shoulder to shoulder, with Ryusei and Zantetsu both encouraging their respective teammate to win the possession. Ultimately though, Karasu manages to maintain possession while pushing Kiora to his back, utilizing his amazing hand and arm placement for the advantage. As we see this duel taking place, Charles can also be seen sprinting onto the scene while scanning the field. Taking a look just behind him though, Charles notices that Hiori is still running and stalking behind him. Just as Isagi did with Kaiser, Hiori is shadowing Charles' every movement in order to gain a deeper understanding on how he functions. With some inner monologue from Hiori here, it seems as if the key to beating Charles is to take full advantage of Kunigami's lockdown of shidou ryusei. As we've obviously seen from numerous goals and even in my YouTube banner, Charles and Shidou enjoy playing off one another and frequently trying to link up on the field. They're basically the best of buddies. Hiori knows that with Shidou being clamped down, Charles will be forced to look for another partner to pass to. The first person he predicts is obviously itoshi Rin or maybe even Nanase, but he begins to read even deeper into the player he's facing. Being a contrarian who only acts to cause mischief and chaos, Charles' thinking will not follow such an ordinary pattern of just passing to the next best option. Referencing and explaining the context of the chapter title, Hiori realizes that in order to outread such a player, you must look at the back of the back of the back. In other words, you have to think further outside of the box than you've ever done before, as this is the only way to match someone with such an unpredictable nature and style of play. Gremlin also approaches from behind Karasu, attempting to press with Kiora. However, this seems to have been nothing more than bait from PXG. With Karasu easily passing the ball off here in the direction of Charles, he tells his extraordinary teammate to go for it, which is also what he used to call Hiori when they played together. It seems as if Karasu intentionally waited so that he can bait in both of these defenders, leaving the field far more open for Charles for when he makes this pass. With Charles running while looking up at the pass arriving down from above, he sings out in excitement as he once again can create chaos. Kunigami is shown to be still closely marking Shidou here, and Kaiser is also heard shouting out for Ness. With Ness of course obliging and analyzing the play while running towards Kaiser, he realizes that Charles has once again chosen to hit number 99 with the pass, shidou ryusei. Sprinting forward, Charles seems to be trapped here as Kaiser and Ness both block his passing course, standing directly between Charles, Shidou, and the ball. Obviously this defensive rose combo throws the kid off, but with him noticing itoshi Rin sprinting up just on his right, Charles compliments PXG's ace by saying that it was a nice follow-up run. Just kidding. Instead of passing to Rin as he indicated, Charles once again fakes out his team's best striker to then just once again pass in the direction of shidou ryusei. Not only do I think itoshi Rin will be charged with the murder of Charles after this match, I sadly think it's deserved, as the only passing option he seems to know exists is shidou ryusei. If you can't pass to Shidou, then dribble, and then pass to Shidou. No matter, if that's not possible, fake out your own competent teammate, to then once again pass to Shidou. Anyways, despite Kaiser and Ness shutting down 99% of his passing course, Charles has shown us what a true contrarian is by purposefully aiming for this difficult route. Suddenly though, to change the tides, Hiori appears from just behind Kaiser and Ness, kicking this oncoming pass right off of its tracks. Shocking Ness even more than the last play, Hiori seems to be fully immersed into the flow state here, all thanks to the boss battle he's waging against Charles Chevalier. This play even surprises Isagi himself, who is just staring in awe at Hiori as he lands down looking like Oliver Aiku with the pose. He seems confident to have now cracked the way Charles thinks and plays, pointing out how he went for the harder and more narrow course for his pass. As if it wasn't already obvious, Charles is addicted to getting that bag via unpredictability and backwards thinking, meaning Hiori is finally beginning to understand how to pass this stage. With everyone just staring up at the once again loose ball, Isagi knows that due to Hiori's win here, the field of play will now reverse in their favor. His buddy even calls out for them to get a move on, as Hiori's thinking has already shifted to this offensive push. Ryusei Jingo is actually the one to trap this loose ball here, holding off Tokimitsu while leaping through the air. He screams out that he too wants to join in on this counterattack, but I mean, bro, you're already doing enough holding off this literal refrigerator of a man. Maintaining possession even under the pressure of Tokimitsu, Ryusei ends up passing off the ball to Hiori here. He He screams out for the saddest to go for the win as Hiori leaps up to trap it with his back heel. Kaiser, however, quickly arrives at Hiori's front, and as he tells him to not get so excited prematurely, we see his eyes deepen with the black color, indicating temporary flow. Kaiser mocks Hiori by saying that he's too focused on the small details to see what's right in front of him, and while challenging him to handle this upcoming boss rush, Nanase and Zantetsu both suddenly rush in from both sides, attempting to steal possession in a 3 vs 1. Despite having the element of surprise and number advantage, PXG's players are ultimately left looking stupid here, as Hiori simply calls them weaklings while making a pass anyway. Tapping into a temporary flow himself without even looking at the ball, Hiori has passed it off to his left, leaving all 3 people around in shock. Hiori even realizes how cold this shit was, monologuing on how he was only able to make this no-look preemptive cross due to him being driven by his top performance. With that, Hiori finally looks over towards where he passed, while dropping the meanest one-liner ever. "You're there, aren't you?" The final page of the chapter here shows us exactly who he's referring to, as the target of his pass seems to be none other than Isagi Yoichi, with the ball more than likely landing to Isagi just left and outside of the box. Kaiser and Shidou are also seen in the general area. Do you guys think that Isagi is going to bag Bayern Munich's first goal here, or will he be forced to pass back and assist maybe KUNIGAMI or Hiori? Anyways, the outro text here says, Hiori finally weaves a golden pass in the conquest for Charles. Find a lifeline to scoring and nail your best. Unfortunately, Blue Lock Chapter 257 will come later than normal due to a week break, but for now we're left with its upcoming title, Two Gun. I couldn't really think of much regarding this, but maybe it's in reference to how KUNIGAMI and Isagi will be the two guns or dual aces of their Tri-Flow reaction. Isagi more than likely won't be allowed to just score another reflexive goal off Hiori's pass here, so maybe we see him passing back to KUNIGAMI for a 2-stage attack. Also, this is more than likely reaching, but two guns refers to 2 lethal weapons, and both KUNIGAMI and Isagi happen to be ambidextrous. Get it? 2 legs, 2 guns? I know guys, I'm grasping at straws here, but the only guns I foresee in Blue Lock's future are after this match, when like I said, Itoshi Rin guns down Charles for this bullshit behavior. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts regarding what's to come, as I plan to make a theorizing video as usual talking over all that I can think of. I also have a video releasing soon going more into detail about world type and self type egos and what they really mean, so if you guys have any questions regarding that, you already know where to leave them. I'm also going to be diving into the real world counterpart and inspiration, talking about how Isagi can use this knowledge to his advantage and even going through some of the Blue Lockers to define what category they fall under. For example, I'll leave you all with this question today, being what ego type does Itoshi Sai fall under? Anyways, with that being the end of today's video, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning into the channel. I highly recommend you guys check out my Patreon in the description below, because I'm hosting a really cool modded Minecraft server available to all members, and there's also other cool perks you get access to as well. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video, or in my community Discord if you chat there.